It's a good day. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It means a lot. It goes a long way for the channel to be able to help and keeps me incentivized, so thank you for that. All right, today I'm going to look at how much money I have lost potentially on the GT4 RS. Disclaimer on the front side, I paid $50,000 over. I am essentially in that car around $226,000. I have 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it. Again, I bought that car with the intent to track and to arguably never sell. Doug DeMuro, some of the other folks have talked about that they were surprised by the fact that this arc on the trajectory of the pricing of the GT4 RS has softened.
One interesting car that I was surprised didn't last very long in terms of speculators was the new GT4 RS, the Cayman GT4 RS. Those cars are still trading well above sticker, but given the hype and excitement around that car, and given the limited production of that car, I thought they would be 100,000 over sticker for the rest of their lives. Like they were just, sticker was here, they'd be here, and they would never really come down.
And I have to agree with that. This car is incredibly special. In owning the GT4 RS, to have the GT3 engine in that mid-engine, the last hurrah before the 718 platform goes away, I still am of the opinion that this is a great long-term investment. So if you are in the GT4 RS market and you're watching some of these prices, and the prices are going down, I have the AT price tracker plugged in here. We're on Auto Trader. There's 68 results for sale in the nation for the GT4 RS, and you can see here a lot of the stuff listed in November, 268,000. It's dropped nearly 20 grand. And this has about the same amount of miles as mine. So at the very least, I'm in mine $226,000 all in. There's maybe a net profit of 200 grand. At the peak of the market, these things were catching closer to $300,000. So again, there was a substantial profit to be made if I was a total asshole and wanted to flip it. So let's have a look at some apples to apples or good specs that might be considering. I have seen this orange color out in real life. I primarily go with the black, but this has the Gulf orange. It looks pretty damn good. Again, this is a certified pre-owned. You can buy that for about what I'm in my car, and this has low miles. You actually have to pay a little bit of a juice on this. This has the bisect package. This has all the different options that you want, but it's $266,000 and the pricing has come down. So I would keep an eye on some of these things out there where you can get these certified pre-owned, maybe a little bit higher miles. Let's see what the least expensive GT4 RS is in the nation. Relevance, price, lowest to highest. This video is sponsored by Auto Trader with the AT price tracker, and by sponsored I mean I was able to upload it onto my computer and then just say out loud that it's sponsored. So there's that. Least expensive non-sponsored vehicles. Look at this. $224,000 for a 330 miles or 230 mile spec. Now, granted, this does not have the VISAC. Neither does this. Neither does this. So some of these lower priced GT4 RS package that aren't fully optioned up to the gills, those are coming down. However, for a long-term hold, buy and hold, and investment strategy, if you want to call a depreciating asset an investment strategy, which Porsche has been as of late, keep your Vanguard accounts open is what I'm saying here. So for $232,000, you can get under 1,000 mile GT4 RS with the VISAC package, and it looks like some, potentially upgraded wheels. But you can see where this pricing has come. A lot of this stuff is sitting stagnant long because people bought these things with the intent, oh, I'm going to flip them and make some money. Well, as all things do, prices adjust and markets shift and change, and there's going to be a lot of people out there caught. And for me, a buy and hold Porsche guy, I love it. Screw them. Let them get hit. Then maybe they don't go and gobble up every single allocation and then turn around and try to flip them. And I want to see some of these guys get burned a little bit, not because I'm some sort of masochist or, tyrant. However, when you get in the game, sometimes people get burned, especially if you buy them with the wrong intention. So I am a Porsche guy that wants to buy them with the right intentions to own and operate the vehicles. Obviously, not every car that you buy, you hold forever. That's not the expectation here. However, buy a car that you want to buy and own, and then it doesn't ever become a negative investment in your portfolio because you love the car. You love the car. If we're looking at some of these, you see consistent price dropping throughout. I would encourage you to, if you're in the GT4 RS market, to kind of track some of these and find some of these. My guess is if you started calling and reaching out to some of these dealers that have had these things sitting since December, or in some cases November, and could kind of keep an eye on that, find the spec and the rendition that you want, but then just start making offers. There's an abundance of cars out there, what feels like an abundance of cars, meaning 68 GT4 RSs. That's a lot of GT4 RSs for sale at the current market, especially when they're still building them and bringing them out from the used car market. So you can see that the market is a little bit saturated in this regard. And most of the heavy hitters, the ones that really know this game, they would agree that you want to sit and wait. However, I'm of the opinion that you could start to call and reach out to some of these folks if you really wanted to get something and maybe get a deal done where they see the writing on the wall and you come in informed. I think that there could be a deal to be had. Look at some of these. Consistent price dropping, trying to get the cars moved, moving them $15,000, $20,000 at a time, which ends up being, 5 to 10%. That's a significant portion of money. What would you have done? Would you have taken the 75, or maybe one time a high of 325,000 resale? I'm in at 226. Would you have taken the $100,000 profit and said, "Thank you very much," and then pick your spot? Or is now the time to buy? Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. Cheers. Good day.